What is going on, guys? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today we're playing Islands of the World from above. We're going to be playing Satellite mode, which is a mod. I'll leave the link to the mods in the description, as well as the play along links, which you need to play along with me. So let's get straight into the first one here. Should be fun. I am quite poor, it must be said, at the satellite mode, much worse than I am at normal Geoguessr. By the way, sometimes, yeah, it shows you the round, so luckily I didn't see anything there. Looked sunny, that's about all I could get. Yeah. So here's the first round then. Relatively poor quality on the oh, it's because it's 3D. Nice. Okay, so I guess we can go into 3D mode, although we can see a lot more by that way. So I think we'll keep it like this actually. Although we can actually zoom out. Cool. Okay, so here we are at the southernmost point of this tip. Kind of reminded me of Philippines, I must say. Philippines was my first thought when I saw these very green mountains with just barely any people on them. It could also be the southern tip of Taiwan. Let me check out that first. So Taiwan definitely has a similar looking southern tip here. Unfortunately, the angle is a little different here, but I could definitely have seen it being Taiwan. Even still could be if we were a little bit further up the coast or something, but no, I don't think it is. Okay, so then now we just look at some Filipino ones. It has like a double jut. It has like a double jut on the south of an island, so shouldn't take us that long to survey all the different ones that are possible here. This one here is similar looking, but not quite built up enough. Not enough people on it. I mean, this one is almost correct, so I'll just click there, even though I believe we are almost certainly not there. And yeah, I think we're not. I think we're destined not to find it on this occasion, unfortunately. So. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. This one, not quite right either. So I wonder where it is. It may actually not be Philippines, but I think Southeast Asia is a pretty good bet here. Ends up being in southern Japan. Okay, so without locam, things are a little more tough. I'm sure some of you guys found that, but as for me, I did not. Okay, next one here, and this time we don't get flashed around, which is good. So this one doesn't appear to be 3D anyway. I think I'm going to go without 3D mode. So the way this town is organized feels quite European to me. A lot of black roofs, but a lot of red roofs mixed in as well. I'll see what side of the road we're driving on here. I would expect right-hand side of the road. Yep, that... Ooh. Actually kind of hard to tell. That might actually be set up for left-hand drive, you know? It's quite low quality, all things considered, unless it's just my internet being slow or something. I cannot tell. I think it actually kind of feels like we're set up for left-hand drive, which is definitely curious. I mean, could I be looking harder here? So, yeah, the way this is, it does not feel like Australia. It could be the UK. We could be like in this section of the UK, and of course the UK does count for an island. So now I'm looking for kind of like similar looking like shapes on the coast where there's like a bit of an inlet. Portsmouth, I don't really think makes a whole lot of sense here, but it's a similar type of looking place, so I might just leave my marker there anyway. And so then we need just something roughly that shape here. Not really finding it at this stage though. Maybe it kind of reminded me of this kind of area more so straight off the bat, but it doesn't really feel like I'm gonna find anything that properly fits here. Okay, so hopefully this is the UK. I mean, the amount of black roofs I think is an okay omen. This kind of jetty feels very UK. I feel like they do often have like a theme parks and stuff like that in such locations. So yeah, zooming out, maybe I'll go here. This one makes the most sense. Hey, we found it. Where are we actually? 4 seconds to go. Wow, that was very close. We are like right about there, I think. Yeah, we're right. Oh, 300 meters, man. 4999. Yeah, with 1 extra second, I would have got the 5K, but. That was pretty clutch. That was pretty clutch to actually find it in such a short amount of time remaining. So there we were, and we were on Clacton-on-Sea. Once I saw this thing, the sea aquarium and the kind of fair, kind of like, what would you call it? Like a little like a amusement park or something out on the pier. I thought that was very British looking. So let's see the next one here. At least we got some success in the first 2 rounds here. Okay, this one's interesting. Almost certainly European. A lot of pools. Wow, this is a wealthy place. Okay. Where is this then? Why is there so many pools? So, I don't think... Well, is Malta possible here? I think this might be Malta. Let's actually check it out. Yeah, it is Malta. It is Malta. This is the same shape, and we have this little island, Comino, in the middle here. So, obviously, this is an easy 5K if you recognize the place, and if you don't, then it's going to be difficult. But, yeah, Malta seems to be a relatively wealthy spot as well, I would say. And so we're about right there, I would say. We're pretty much as close to the coast as you can get. Let's zoom in here. So we're like, yeah, about there. And so 44 meters away, that's of course a 5K. Very clean indeed. Next one here, what are we going to get? Okay, so it's been 2 perfect scores on the back of the bad start. This almost feels like Faroese to me, with the roads going along the coast. Could be, so many tiny islands. Could be like, maybe there's too many tiny islands, to be honest. Could be Norway as well, I consider. Let's take a look down at the actual houses here. Well, got a bit of 3D mode, actually, I can tell. So we could probably look 3D if we wanted to. Let's get into Faroes and see if there are that many tiny islands. Yeah, as I suspected, there's too many little islands here for it to be Faroes, unfortunately. As for up here, Shetlands is distinctly more possible here, so I might leave my marker there. Orkneys. Orkneys is not possible, and Shetlands I don't believe either, unless... Yeah, so, okay, so I am thinking of Norway here once again, and I'm just looking for the part where they have the most tiny islands here. We have a lot of tiny islands over here, I kind of like that. I do think this is Norway, but we just, yeah, with this many tiny islands, it should be quite distinctive. We have, like, 2 bigger islands, that the tiny islands are kind of made of here. This place is too flat. Okay, so we do have these kind of connecting roads here. Okay, I think that looks rather similar. Oh yes, we actually found it. Let's go. Yeah, it's the same one. Great, fantastic. You can see the way this bends around like that is this bend around here, Stocksund. And so we got 18 seconds to find the actual location here. We're a little bit. Oh, we could zoom out. We could move around a lot here where I didn't realize we could. We're gonna be here, and we're right next to that post office, just before the road. Actually, okay, so we're a little further down here. Just before the road bends over, and 4.7 kilometers away. Wow, I am blind. I can't believe it. Yeah, I knew something looked a little wrong there. I didn't realize how far south I'd panned. Anyway, so almost perfect there. Yeah, I don't know. Getting 5Ks, no matter what the mode is not really my strong suit. And this one looks like, well, it kind of looked like Sydney. Yeah, wait, is this the Harbour Bridge? Yeah, that's the Harbour Bridge. And so the city is right here. Sydney's a very cool city. And actually, my mum went to high school right around here, where the big park is next to the Opera House, which is pretty sick, if you ask me. But this is this like Gibson Island or something like that? I know there's some trekker on one of these islands, or a couple of these islands, so, can't remember. Would it be? Yeah, Clark Island, that's the name of it. So I think we are on Clark Island here. We have another one over here called Shark Island, so they kind of almost rhyme there. But we're right on the tip of it here, so that's an easy 5K. But let's take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this Sydney view is. Let's take a nice little 3D pan. Check it out. So let's we'll actually give us the buildings here in a nice way. I feel like it won't, actually. So if we were making it look nice in 3D, I guess this is the best angle here. I mean, that's pretty cool. Check out. Look at all these, like, tiny islands. It's very, like, it's an amazing place to visit. I'd highly recommend going to Sydney if you have the opportunity. But yeah, check out that beautiful city. So let's go there. And we're 1 meter away. So a final score of 28,850. Do tell me in the comments if you beat me. If you figured out that round was Japan, then you probably did beat me. If you didn't, then you probably didn't. So let's head into the next round here, and hope to, well, 20k is a good score, but I think we can definitely do more, especially because we're playing on the easiest settings, which I've decided is really how I like to play it. Otherwise, I get too low scores. Okay, so let's straighten this one up to be normal. Okay, so we want north to be facing north here. Fantastic. Okay, so here we are on a very interestingly shaped island. Okay, very interesting. So we have lots of like fjords going on here. Let's zoom in a bit more here. It doesn't feel, so like fjord kind of shapes, but it does not feel very glacial at the same time. The way this road is kind of reminding me of like Denmark or something like that. I mean, Denmark has a lot of islands, but I don't think it's this mountainous though. So yeah, okay, what about this big city over here? Maybe it improves the quality. Okay, so we can kind of get an idea of what's going on here. Right or left-hand drive, I don't know. I think this should be probably right-hand drive based on how the town looks itself, but I still have not decided what kind of even continent we're in yet, you know? It could be North American, easily. But I'm just trying to think where is so dry and mountainous that has this kind of coastline. It's kind of confusing to me, not gonna lie. So... I'm probably zooming into exactly the wrong spot here. The Californian islands don't really make sense, I think. Okay, if we were down here somewhere... No, I don't think... It's all too green on that side of the country. So, where? Puerto Rico? I don't think Puerto Rico has anything like this, unfortunately. Although the landscape would kind of fit. I don't hate it. I'm just going to put it there off the bat here, but... no, I don't know. I don't know. It's probably better to just go Europe somewhere. Maybe just Greece here. Pick an island in Greece. I feel like it's more likely than USA or yeah. These yards feel relatively European. So Greece is risky, but I don't know where better to put it. So let's hope for the best here. Ends up being New Zealand. What? Ay. So South Island obviously is a pretty big island, but we were near Christchurch here, and that kind of makes sense. So is this itself an island? No. So what I thought was like kind of a smaller island with this really interesting pattern. I mean, if we could zoom out a little more, I'm sure I could have gotten this because this is a very distinctive shape. However, because we couldn't, if we could like pan over to a bit of Christchurch, then it would have been easy, I feel like. But yeah, that was a strange one. That was a strange one. So 0 points to start us off with, but I mean, I think you guys can cut me a break on that one. Definitely a difficult one. I think there's a toggle rainfall button here somewhere. Okay, I figured it out. Excellent. We have lost 30 seconds though, so let's get straight into this one. Ooh, interesting. Okay, we can zoom out a bit further on this one. It is appearing to be a relatively big island. We have a airport here going directly north to south, so that's super helpful. It's super populated as well. Okay, so let's get in here. It's very green. Oh, where is this, man? Kind of poor looking if you look at the buildings. I mean, not exceptionally wealthy anyway. Yeah, especially this island here. So, Philippines wouldn't really make sense, though, because it's so heavily populated. This is definitely a famous place. It should be coming to me more quickly than it is, because they got 2 airports here. This is, like, not particularly normal, I would say. So, what are some really populated islands on Geoguessr like this? Could it be a Japanese island? I only feel like it. Jeju? No, not a chance. Where is this? Where is this? Oh my gosh. This should be easy. I mean, with so many people. It's probably somewhere in Asia. If I had to say, it's probably somewhere in Asia just because of how many people are living on this place. So, obviously not Singapore. Not going to click there. No shot. Some of these other islands are probably not quite populated enough, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't know where to click, so I'm just gonna have to go for it. I can't see any like Filipino islands being this populated, so I'm so curious as to where this is, but I guess I'll just leave it in Southeast Asia here. And wow, Okinawa, that makes so much sense, but dude, why did I feel like the island ended here? If I could have seen how long the island was, I feel like that's so many easy points. But again, Japan proving very difficult here. And that kind of explains it. I mean, just so populated. I didn't realize how many people lived on Okinawa. Or that they'd have 2 airports right next to each other like that. Completely thrown. Okay, so next one here. Maybe another difficult round. Let's kind of get an idea what the town actually looks like this time. Still rather poor quality. Okay, so it's not too bad actually. These houses are huge actually compared to these cars. Very, very big houses. I think this is USA. We're using yellow center lines as far as I can gather. So, and look at these like interesting landforms. I feel like this is easily gettable. So first things first, we like to check Long Island. Long Island is not it on this occasion. Let me take one more look at it. Yeah. So then, gotta find places where it roughly fits. So places that are actually islands. Someone like this is seemingly not quite right just yet, but I think I'll leave my marker there. And so then, it does feel quite southern, so I would not be surprised if we were kind of in this area here. I don't see any islands that are quite the right shape, but Florida does seem like a good bet with all these islands like that. Cucumber Island? No, we got hills, so it's definitely not Florida. That would be a silly guess. Out here is more possible, that's for sure. Oh, it's all loaded in now. It's going quite nicely. I'm worried that this is just turning into a massive fail, this seed. But I'm just not sure where I'd guess apart from USA here. 20 seconds to go. Can we glean anything else here? Feels very organized. Very like cul-de-sacs, you know. Okay, so let's just click around there and... Okay, so this kind of area here is much more likely, I feel like. Maybe it's not hilly enough, I don't know. No, I'm going to go back where I was, but it should be somewhere in this stretch here, I really do think. Man, it so baited me. I thought it was East Coast for sure. We end up being right near Nanaimo. I've been to Nanaimo, and then on this highway all the way down to Victoria. So one of my rare places of real life experience outside of Australia. What a tough round, man. I was so sure that it was East Coast. And in a way it was, obviously, but the water was to the east, that's for sure. But West Coast, indeed, near Vancouver there. So, again, another one where I feel like if I could have zoomed out a little more here, would have been easy. But, I mean, it did cross my mind vaguely, but I didn't want to waste my time looking at the wrong section of the screen, or the wrong section of the map, sorry. So, second last round here. This one, surely we can get some points above 1,000 this time. So, this... town feels quite European, a lot of red roofs here. Feels relatively wealthy. I was thinking like a Italian island here, maybe. It's quite green. It's really quite green, and we've got like quite an archipelago going here as well. Oh, is this like a whole power grid going on here? Interesting. I mean, it feels like quite a decently warm climate, I would say. Out here, it's shaking a little bit. Let's take a look at this. This is, yeah, quite a nice looking place. I don't know where it is, though. I do not know. Let's take a look closer in at some of these houses and whatnot. You know, these houses are in very close proximity, so it might be a poorer country than I initially thought, you know? Could be like, well, it could be like Brazil or something like that. Could it be Thailand? So... in kind of like the mouth of Thailand here, you do have a number of islands, but certainly doesn't fit. That's good to know. And then Brazil, do you even have many islands out here? That's the thing. You don't get too many. We could be in a place like this. I do consider that possible. It looks quite similar where I've clicked right now, but I think the landscape itself is, while it is a bit hilly, it's probably too flat. It's too mountainous here, so the place where it actually is a bit too flat, I think. And as you look further south, the coastline starts not to fit. So 15 seconds to go, surely not. Sheesh. Maybe Japan again. You know what? Japan has so many islands, and I've just been so unsure when it comes to Japanese rounds that I'm gonna go here and let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this has been a disaster seed. We're in Salvador. Man, this is just so hard for me. I don't know why. Like, it really is just like a very difficult challenge for me to get these. I should have got it with all the red roofs. Like, that was a real blunder to switch to Japan there. I should have just trusted myself. We would have at least have 1,000 points. Instead, we've fallen from grace here. Oops, didn't mean to say that. Hello? Oh, it's not working. Okay, so let's use that extra clue. I mean, it was Generation 4, and it was kind of a warmer climate, so hopefully that helps me out here a little bit. Kind of need it, to be honest. So then this one is mountainous. Gave me like a bit of like a Portuguese vibe or something like that, so... yeah, I don't know, maybe... I don't know how much Gen 4 Canaries has, but... yeah, okay, so let's check it out here. So, Portugal doesn't really have any islands on its coasts. And then... Azores does not really make sense as far as I can tell. Not really at all. So, I'm moving down to the Canaries here. Canaries also are too far apart from one another to be correct. So, yeah, now we move over to actual Spain itself. So, Palma and whatnot, not possible. Where are we? Okay, we could be here. Yeah, okay, so is this Sicily? Yeah, I think this is Messina here. We can see this little peninsula here. Okay, so we finally get one. A little bit of help from my refreshing the page to help with the lag, but I mean, there you go. So here's the kind of diagonal road, so we should be about there, I think. And yeah, we're even a little further over. So there we go, a 5k to finish us off, presumably here. Yes, it's 14 meters away, and so we end up with 6,098. So no doubt in my mind that many of you beat me here, especially the round on Vancouver I should have gotten. Let me think now. The Japanese round was certainly easily gettable. New Zealand and Brazil were hard. Brazil, I should have gotten with the red roofs still, so New Zealand's the only one I'll forgive myself for. Everything else I should have gotten. But 6,000 points is rather dismal. So you guys are going to have to tell me how you guys did in comparison. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon as well.